Hey everybody, welcome to SETTA'S Place. Today's video to show you what I made. I have just a little bit more to go, but it's basically made. I just gotta put it together. Well, I told y'all I had the yarn that I'm using for the rug. I wanted to use the extra to make a bag, and I did. So do y'all remember this bag that I made, at least over a year ago? I'm sure it's been, over a year ago, but I used the Bernat blanket yarn. I love it. I do have a pattern for this. It's in my Ko-fi shop and on Ravelry, and it needs to be washed. I've been using it, and it's held up really, really well, but I need to wash it. So while it's washing, I said, well, I need to make me a spring bag. I think spring colors and everything, because this is more like my fall orangey color. Anyway, so I did. Now, it's not going to be a thick yarn because it's not Bernat, but it's the same pattern. But I did change up the stitches just a little bit because it's a different thickness of yarn. So I used the cotton blend yarn that I told y'all about, and I used this one, the bulky twist yarn. And I had I had one color that I was not using in my rug, and I'll try to put a picture right here because I used it all, so I don't have nothing to show you. From my yarn haul, I'll try to pull up a picture if I can get a good picture. So it's this yarn, and it's the color sherbet. Let me see, sherbet multi, and I had two. So I said, now didn't I use that in the rug? So I said, oh, you make a spring bag out of it, and I used the green along with it because this is the color I'm probably using the least amount of in the rug because I have two of these also. But anyway. So, y'all want to see how it turned out? Like I said, I haven't finished it yet, put it together. But let me show you the handles. Here's the handle. So this is how it came out. I held two strands together and to make the bag. And on the handles, I used just one strand, I think. And so this is what the handle looks like, because it's really 4 pieces, and I put 2 pieces together. And anyway, this is how it turned out. And I left little fringes. I got to cut them to the length I want them to be. But let me show you the bag. Got my stuff here in it. Oh, here we go. So here it is. So what I did, I held the green and the sherbet together right here. So there's some more green on the bottom. And then I held just the sherbet, 2 of the sherbets together to get this. Then I did a green. Then I went back to just sherbet. Yeah. And then like I said, I mixed them together for the handle. So that'll go on there, one on each side, of course. So I got to attach that. So I'll attach it, and at the end of this video, I'll show you what it looks like attached. I just wanted to go ahead and get the video done and show you. And there's the bottom. And I got a bunch of stuff in here. And I have my little liner that I made that was in this one. If y'all remember, I made a liner out of a placemat from the Dollar Tree. And one of my craft weeks a couple years ago, and I'm still using, I just lift the whole liner out and stuck it in here. So it works. So that is how it turned out, and I can't wait to use it. So but yeah, I wanted to show you real quick. Like I said, I used this one and the sherbet. I used 2 sherbet and 1 green. I did have to go into a little bit of this one, just for a little bit. So if I had made the bag a little smaller, or didn't make my strings quite so long at the end, I would not had to go into this 4th one. So you can do it with 3. So 3 of these make the bag. So, but yeah, but I am loving it so far. I'm gonna use it today. But yeah, so stay tuned where I'll show you what it looked like with the handles attached. And but yeah. Okay, everybody, I attached the handles. Here it is. I decided not to have the danglies on the outside. I did go ahead and leave them on the inside in case I want to change my mind and redo it and have it on the outside. So until I've decided for sure, I'm just sticking them on the inside. But as of right now, they're staying on the inside because there's this liner. So I just stuck them down in here. But this is how it is looking. And they're good and sturdy. So I'm excited to get to start using my bag, my spring bag. Yeah, it's heavy. I need to clean this out. But anyway, so that is my spring bag. This reminds me of, now the color name of the yarn is sherbet, like sherbet ice cream, in which it really does look like sherbet ice cream. But mixing it with the green, it reminds me of a salad, like lettuce and cucumbers is the green, and spinach. And so it just reminds me of salad. And if you want to go fruit salad, you could say mangoes and cantaloupe, or, I mean, it's kind of like a mixture. The colors just make me think of salad. I know it's crazy. It also kind of reminds you of watermelon, you know, when it starts getting that white rind part on the inside gets light. I don't know. I'm just going, yeah, I better go. But anyway, so yeah, there you go. And like I said, the tutorial for this bag is in the description box, which is basically this one, but I changed it up a little bit. So I might write this one up as a separate pattern. I got so many patterns I need to be writing, or want to write anyway, because I did do this a little different, and I did do a different pattern. So it is different, the stitches I use and all that, but the construction is the same as that one. But anyway, I guess that is it for today. I'll talk to you later, and have a blessed day.